It is 29th of May 2023. Good evening, viewer. You're most welcome to the NILECAST this evening. My name is Dennis Oringi. Before we dive into the stories that we have prepared for you this evening, let us first have the headlines. In the headlines tonight, Nebi Municipal Taxi Bus Park Project stalls. Corrupt civil servant should be out of office, says the Permanent Secretary, Directorate of Ethics and Integrity. And Museveni signs anti-homosexuality bill into law. These and more in today's NILECAST. Now the stories in detail. The construction project of over 2 billion market taxi park and bus terminal in Tata Division, Nebi Municipality, has stalled shortly after its groundbreaking in 2021. The facility was under private-public partnership arrangement which would address street parking and act as a temporary location site for at least 500 vendors, since the current main market of Nebi is set to be demolished. In this report compiled by Frederick Dramadri, the business community who contributed money worth 200 million are blaming municipal authorities for the stampede of the works over poor accountability. Let's have more.
2 years down the road, a project of constructing a multi-billion taxi and bus park terminal under the private-public partnership has since then stalled in Nebi Municipality over poor accountability from the onset of its commissioning. This is after the business community, together with Nebi Municipal Council, reasoned to construct the facility on a 4-acre piece of land provided by Nebi Municipality along Nebieru Highway in Tata Division at 2.78 billion Ugandan shillings, so as to decongest the street and provide the alternative market for the temporary location of vendors as the municipal moves on to construct a new modern market. This stalemate has provoked locals in Nebi town who argued that the failure to complete the facility has made the town look disorganized and contested, worsened by the road rehabilitation works on Nebi Pakwat stretch.
See now we are making road, and the road is squeezed, and even trying to park our vehicle, trying to do our business, even customers, they cannot even stop where there is narrow road. So that makes now business hard for us. And also the road where we are parking at the road, which is very risky. Even for you now, you can see for yourself. The market is big, you don't have. As long as you are working here, it's too small.
Exactly where we are parking, these people, they are there, they are working here. So for us, we have no time for doing what, for getting money. And the park of us here, for sure it is showing no people can come in a vehicle here that we load the vehicle around here. So this is our problem. Ida has the park, Arua has the park, what has the park? What about us in Nebi here? I'm trying to ask myself that what is going on in our Nebi district, in our Nebi municipal here. So
currently, construction of most of the buildings at the site have stalled at the ring beam and the roof levels, and the area has been converted by some of the intruders for grazing their animals due to its busy state. In March 2021, Nebi municipal officials commissioned the construction of the taxi and bus park terminal project, but to date, the business community continues to blame authorities for the downfall of the project after failing to produce accountability of over 200 million Ugandan shillings that was collected from them in the allocation of the plots. Oirof Richard is the chairperson in the municipal business community.
Now for coming to 3 years, something was promised to be delivered in 6 months, and without a way forward now, it is worrying. The structures are getting dilapidated, they're falling off, the walls are falling off. You see, the iron bars are being stolen, they're being vandalized. So that one is also what a shame. If you go there, the place is in a very sorry state. That over 200 million, you cannot pave the place, you cannot level the ground where even vehicles can park. Not even solar panels can be erected there to provide light. No serious shelters. Then something is also missing on the side of the project managers.
Under the agreement, the local developers were expected to use the facility for a period of 15 years. According to the install plan, the project was expected to also be completed in 6 months period, which was not achieved. Geoffrey Ngriker, the mayor of Nebi municipality, notes that the funds were used for intended purposes and downplays the blames by the business communities and attributes the stoppage of works at the site to the attitude of the business community.
The biggest challenge we had was people were not understanding the message we were giving them, because we were telling them, please finish that construction so that we are able to remove our people from the market, and all these taxis, they go temporarily to the bus park and taxi park when the construction of the road is taking place. But now our people are impatient. They are saying, when will the construction come? And the collection was over 200 million, which these individuals were paying. And then that 200 million was done to correct the place, because you know that was a barracks, and you know it was not easy to bring people in barracks at once. We have to compact the place. We bring the people. We are grateful to our brothers in the coach. They came with their bomb detectors and all those things. They detected the place and they removed what they got, and they left the place very okay now. That is why there later we had to put the planning, and the whole plan for the place is drawn using that money, and then compartment was also done using that money. So that is where the money has been put. Now the delay is due to two reasons. One is increment in prices of the materials. That was one of the reasons. And then the second one is the belief that the market will not be built and these people will just waste their money.
The multi-billion taxi and bus park terminal is expected to have at least 500 lockups for temporary market and accommodate more than 100 vehicles. Now the challenge is, why is this place not developed? Yet we are seeing taxis and lorries, including even the buses, parking on the roadside, contesting the narrow roads that Nebi municipality has. So we will be following up on this matter, and we really need to get answers to why this place is not developed, and yet the contract was signed to be for 6 months since 2021. My name is Frederick Tramat. I'm a news reporter with Westnile TV.
Westnile Regional Contractors and Entrepreneurs Association, together with the Uganda National Chamber of Commerce Arua City Branch, partnered with Stanbic Bank in organizing dialogue on how the contractors and the entrepreneurs in the region can tap on the financial opportunities available at Stanbic Bank. During the dialogue, the regional manager Stanbic Bank Northern Uganda, Bernard Ogwal, appealed to the people of Westnile to embrace the bank's financial literacy trainings if the region is to grow. Let's have more on that story.
In order to open up opportunities to the contractors and entrepreneurs in Westnile in terms of financial opportunity, Uganda National Chamber of Commerce Arua City Branch, together with Westnile Regional Entrepreneurs and Contractors Association, held a public dialogue with Stanbic Bank. The contractors and entrepreneurs were drawn from across Westnile districts. Trinity Caesar, the interim chairperson of the Chamber of Commerce Arua City, says that the purpose of the engagement is to see how the entrepreneurs in the region can benefit from the different products.
What does a banking institution mean to the people of Westnile? What would the people of Westnile, especially the business community, expect from a banking institution? One, that a banking institution is looked at by we, the business people in Westnile, as a reliable aid to trade. And I am glad that Stanbic has been making effort to make this possible. With the private sector in Westnile, we look at a banking institution or a bank as an enabler for transformation, economic one. We look at a bank as a gateway to opportunities to enable our people break free from vicious circle of poverty.
We have been messing our region ourselves. We don't want to get united. That's why we are suffering. But at least this one is a litmus paper to tell to the rest that Westnile can look better if we are united. We can push our agenda even to the government, to the development partners, financial institutions, and so on.
While speaking to the business people invited from across Western region, the regional manager Stanbic Bank Uganda, Bernard Ogwal, says Stanbic Bank is contributing to the growth of the city and the business of the people in the region.
We equally have to play an important part in the growth of each and every individual. Before Arua, there is a human being. If the human being is developing, their life is changing, they're getting transformed, the city transforms, Westnile transforms. And for me, that's the reason, that's what keeps me awake every day. That if the people that I interact with in the whole of Northern region, Greater Westnile, Lama actually, are getting better each day, then I go to sleep when I'm happy.
More in our NILECAST this evening, the Permanent Secretary Director of Ethics and Integrity, Alex Okello Wangomoy, has directed Gulu City Authority to send all the staff implicated in any form of corruption to the authority and give them annual leave as the investigations continue. Stephen Okello reports more on this from Gulu City.
The Permanent Secretary, Directorate of Ethics and Integrity, Alex Okello Wangomoy, says for effective implementation of service delivery to Ugandans, political aides of districts and cities in the countries should discontinue any public servant who is implicated in any corruption scandal from office.
To show that you have zero tolerance to corruption, if there is any indication that a person seems to have committed any crime of corruption, he must be prosecuted. The process must take to the full length, which includes, if eventually it has been proved that he is actually a case to answer, in which case he will be charged in court. The standing orders is very clear. Once the public officer is charged in court with a criminal offense, and corruption is already a criminal offense, he must or she must be interdicted by the responsible officer.
This came after Gulu City Mayor Alfred Okwa registered their fear to the Directorate of laying down 7 heads of departments who have been implicated in corruption scandal by State House Anti-Corruption Unit.
There was a time when Anti-Corruption Unit came to Gulu. About 7 people were arrested and taken to police. Their file is open up to today, but the minister I called the minister said, Alfred, what can we do? We better, if we are to prosecute all the 7, we have to close the city and go and stop the service maybe for the whole of this year. The file is now left there. The investigation have to go on because now the key people, almost all the head of department, have already been implicated in the 7 among the 7 people that are being investigated. Then now who will now run the system?
According to Alex Okello Wangomoy, corruption in Uganda has become a very big problem.
The corruption, even you, corruption, even me, corruption. Is that a good song?
According to religious leaders, government should intensify the fights against corruption in school.
They start grooming the young ones, and then the young ones should go back and then start teaching the old ones. Because minus that one, the old one have already rotten.
Meanwhile, Sheikh Ismail Omonali says government should start considering close involvement of religious leaders in running some of the government projects.
Being no politician, they can never they can never end corruption. They cannot even talk about corruption because they want their people, all the people in community to vote for them. So they normally look at their vote, but they don't look at the challenges people are facing in community.
This engagement came at a time the ruling National Resistance Movement Party is celebrating their manifesto week. It is the period the party is evaluating their achievement in the last 2 years. They have been entrusted to rule Ugandans by votes in the last general election. Stephen Okello, reporting for Westnile Television, NILECAST.
To end our NILECAST this evening, President Museveni has signed the anti-gay bill into law following improvement to make it tougher for people engaging in LGBTQ. Amid its threats of sanctions, Parliament modified the bill on May 2nd, 2023 after its initial March 21st, 2023 draft that sparked international condemnation for targeting people identifying as LGBTQ. Consequently, Museveni's April 20, 2023 proposal for review of the legislation aimed to improve the law in state punish same-sex actors and its promoters amongst minors in the hardline socially conservative East African nation. On Monday today, Anita Among, the Speaker of Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, tweeted saying encouraging duty bearers under the law to execute the mandate bestowed upon them in the Anti-Homosexuality Act. The people of Uganda have spoken, and it is your duty now to enforce the law in a fair, steadfast and firm manner, tweeted Anita Among. Activists have previously vowed a court challenge to what now the Anti-Homosexuality Act 2023, citing controversial provision that include extreme punishments for offenders. Additionally, the law was nullified in 2014, even after the veteran Ugandan leader had assented to it. Dear viewer, with that we have come to the end of our NILECAST this evening on Western Television. My name is Dennis Oringi. Catch me again tomorrow early in the morning for the program The Kokoliriko Show Live. For those who have been able to miss some of the stories, as we'll be having the repeat of some of the stories and also making the analysis of the issues surrounding the stories as well. Do not forget that the programs will be following suit. Have the best of your night. Good evening.